Wildland nature. So you're very welcome here. Thank you very much. It's a bit early for that. So Minister Noonan, Minister Hackett, Assistant Secretary, ladies and gentlemen, councillors, you're very, very welcome here today to Ballycroy. For those not lucky enough, I would say, to be from County Mayo, you're very welcome to Mayo. So Ballycroy is a very special place. So there's a bit of feedback there, is there? We're good. So Ballycroy is a very special place. I'm from just up the road in Westport, and a good friend of mine growing up, his father was from Ballycroy, and his father has since passed away in the last 3 years or so. He's from just out the road at Ballycroy, and Eamon Sweeney is his name, but he lived most of his working life in London, in England, and worked on the sites over the years. And when he came back, all he'd ever talked about was growing up in their house in Fairford. All you'd ever hear about is the Ballycroy. He had a lot of experiences in England, all over the place, and it was all Ballycroy, all about the community, the relationships he had with people there, the landscape, the bogs, the hills. And I think about that an awful lot, and I think about that wherever I go and whoever I meet, that within the landscape shaped his identity, shaped the way he looked at the world. And he was Ballycroy. You could put him anywhere, he was Ballycroy. And it's amazing that when you think about it, how our landscape shapes us. It makes us who we are, and it's our identity as such. And it works another way as well. We shape the landscape, obviously. So everywhere you look from south of the country to the north of the country, there's evidence of, how humans have shaped the landscape. Drive along, you'll see turf banks, you'll see lazy beds from, 100 years ago. And it's fascinating to think. But this project, Wildland Nature, is a very large project geographically. We run from pretty much the Galway, Clare border and Slievaughties, right the way up to North Donegal. So it sweeps through Connemara, through here, Wonderful Lake, to Glenmoy, over to Knox Mountains, out to Culkillier and Cavan Leitrim, up to North Donegal as well. And all really special areas. And where you think about what all of these areas produce for us, from food to important storage of carbon that we use every day, climate change. We think of the water quality, we think of the best rivers that we have, salmon, trout, the cleanest rivers that we have. We think of the biodiversity that we have, we think of the geese and the grouse and the golden plover and so on. So they're really, really special areas. It's not just food, it's not just biodiversity, it's not just water, it's not just climate, it's all of these things that deliver a massive amount for us. But they're not all in good nick, and in fact, as it stands, throughout the entire country, we know that only 15% of our habitats are in favourable status. And we know that from a water quality perspective, the associated pristine water qualities has been a tenfold decline over the last 30 years. So we know that for every 10 water bodies, the high stats, these pristine water rivers and lakes that we have, we know that there's only one of those for 10 from 30 years ago. And we know the issues that we have with our climate and so on. So it's very much in that context that Wildland Nature came about. We're delighted to have Kieran O'Keefe, and Chair Cooper, the chair, but that worked on the development of this along with Frank O'Donoghue at the time. That's a project that's it's orientated at looking at all of these different services and important things that's provided by these areas. So it's a life-funded project. It's one that deals with the issues. We're looking at these declines and so on, and what's the key, what's responsible for that. But we know that in the past number of decades that a lot of our policies and land use have been very divergent. We know that probably agriculture, forestry, biodiversity, water, climate often pull in different directions, and the implications of that are damage on the ground. So there's a lot of things to be thought of there. So in that context, and as a funding mechanism, you'll see LIFE, got colleagues from LIFE, Corncraig, Train Up LIFE, we've got Macquarie LIFE here as well, and this LIFE is a funding stream. So it's European funding stream to assist member states in trying to deal with these projects and trying to deal with these problems on the ground. So the key feature of Wild Atlantic Nature is that it's an integrated project. We're a total of 10 partners. I won't go through all the names and so on, but they're excellent partners to have. We've got booklets over here as well as good detail goes on each of our partners. And each of the partners have specified actions that they'll undertake and provide funding towards this as well. In fact, our partners provide 40% of the funding for this project. The LIFE Fund provides 60% of that. So it's a really good opportunity to deal with these issues as we have on the ground. But it's an integrated project, which is a little bit different from other LIFE projects. So when we're talking about divergent policies, different policies pulling in different directions over the decades, the idea here is that we pull all of the people that are involved, from farmers through agricultural advisors, through government departments and agencies and communities together, to come up with solutions. And that's a really massive part of it. Because we know that even within sections of departments, it can be difficult to ensure that we've broken silos between different sections, between different departments, and farmers, farm organisations, community groups. So a big focus of this project is, I suppose, been a bit like gel, or trying to pull a lot of those different strands together. And it's complex, it's really complicated, and I think a lot of people will understand the complexity with that. We have a whole list of actions that we'll be doing on this project. There's about 70 or 80 in total. I won't go through those, but one particular action that is particularly pertinent at the moment is our largest action of all, is the development of a results-based agri-environment scheme, or this RBAS. And we have over 150, almost 160 farmers from Old Dublin in 2021 involved in that programme. And in fact, payments have just gone out earlier this week. So thanks to the two departments of agriculture and heritage, over 500,000 has been paid out to farmers this week. And an average payment is about just over €3,000. So they're for results-based payments, and results-based payments are payments that relate to the quality on the ground. So the higher the quality, the higher the score. The higher the score, the higher the payment. And that's on a basic level. So one basic payment, high payment, it's good ecological quality, low payment, it's low ecological quality. But probably the most important feature of the approach is that it's not just results-based, it's kind of a hybrid. For anyone that receives low payments, there's the facility there to improve those. And that's really, really important. And that's something that's absolutely needed by farmers and landowners, is support and opportunities to be able to improve, and flexibility to be able to improve. So this work builds on the work that has been developed through the Burren. We'll hear a little bit later on Burren from Michael Tavern, but particularly through the EIPs in the department of Minister Hackett's department of Agriculture, Food and Marine. The EIPs are European Innovation Partnerships, and what they've done is that they've looked at the problems on the ground. I think we'll hear from Michael, you know, the initial examples of those in the burn, and develop projects around those problems to come up with solutions. The projects themselves aren't the solutions, they're just opportunities to come up with the actual solutions. So we're just building on the back of that. So we're taking that and we're trying to roll that out. And a key component of our project as well is trying to build a capacity amongst farmers and advisors and within the respective departments here as well, to be able to take it to the next level, which is through cooperation projects. So I think that our Minister may mention in a little while as well. So, and I must say as well, a massive word on the integration side of here. What is really important and really good to see, particularly when we talk about divergence of policies in the past being responsible for a lot of problems on the ground in terms of quality of habitats, is that to see, I think, two ministers from agriculture and heritage here is really powerful. And I think from many of the partners and broader groups represented here as well through National Parks and Wildlife Service and so on, is really, really strong. Because it's not the solution, but it is the opportunity to find a solution. So with that, I'd like to introduce Minister for State with responsibility for biodiversity and land use, Mr. Pippa Hackett, to say a few words.